The Sims 1 was potentially the hardest game of the franchise, with the members of your household constantly suffering from emotional breakdowns. It's a miracle anything ever got done in the game in the first place. Since I've been on a kick trying to play each Sims game as a child, today I set out to answer a new question. Is it possible to survive this challenge as a single child living alone in The Sims 1? This is going to be perhaps the most difficult challenge yet out there of the entire franchise, so brace yourselves because we're going to get started. I have a few goals today. 1. Meet my basic needs and avoid starvation. 2. Get skilled in a craft or profession so that my child Sim protagonist can earn an honest living by being self-reliant and not needing any adult supervision. And 3. Maintain good grades. And if I manage to meet my basic needs and earn enough money, upgrade my lifestyle, and most importantly, avoid getting sent off to military academy for flunking out of school. With that, let's begin with the challenge. Okay, welcome everybody to The Sims 1. Today we're going to be playing a game as one child trying to survive alone. It all starts by creating a family. By family, I mean, once again, just me. And since we're going to be living the literal Home Alone fanfic, I think we're going to name our Sim Macaulay Culkin. That's right, based on everyone's favorite 90s Home Alone actor. Alright, it's time to make our Sim perfect. We're going to make him very neat and then put a few points into some other areas. Perfect. I am perfect. Bio. It's Home Alone all over again. Forever. Alright, amazing. It's Macaulay Culkin. Done. Are you sure you're finished? Sims 1, stop questioning my decisions. Of course I'm finished. I have $20,000. Don't question how I'm going to waste it on my stupid life. Alright, time to move in. I think for our house of the many homes available for us to choose from, we will be choosing, of course, the cheapest possible domicile. It's 6 Sim Lane at a cost of 7,551 simoleons. This could be the house of your dreams. Well, this is important because it will give me more money to spend on survival, which is my ultimate goal. Amazing. It's time for me to move into the neighborhood. Let's go. Are you sure you want to buy this? Stop questioning my decisions, Sims 1. Alright, we have spawned in as our incredible protagonist, Macaulay Culkin, and he looks already hesitant and unsure. Get in there, Macaulay Culkin. You've got a bright future ahead of you. Well, maybe. Probably not, but there we go. We've just got some magic items dropped off. We can sell those to begin with, and amazing. All right, let's start with the basic goals. 1, first and foremost, don't die. Survival. Everything seems to be pretty good for right now. I'm not very happy with the room I'm in. Probably because I'm not in a room. I'm standing outside, and it's just okay out here. Hunger. Soon I will become famished. Let me satisfy my needs. I will enter my home. Let's go ahead and put maybe a refrigerator right here. There doesn't seem to be any kitchen in this house, and that's so sad, but the truth is that, unfortunately, since he is a child, Macaulay Culkin is unable to cook, and he can eat only potato chips out of the refrigerator. Let's see what he gets right now. Although, of course, a refrigerator itself and the chips inside of them all cost money. Let's see how much that is. All right, $5 for some chips. Well, that's pretty expensive. Hang on a second. The school bus has arrived. Stop eating those chips right now, Mr. Culkin. It's time for you to go to school. Otherwise, you will fail and be sent to the military. You have a B right now. That's fine. All right, we have been whisked off to a terrible day at elementary school, and I will get back at, I guess, 3 o'clock? All right, I have returned, and my grade has metamorphosed from a B into a B+. From an entire day of sitting around in a classroom with other children, I'm already getting smarter, but I'm not having as much fun. All right, already my front yard is beginning to look terrible. There's so much stuff piling up. Macaulay, you've already got all this work ahead of you. Okay, I guess he's just going to throw away the newspaper. Well, you, to be fair, don't have any use for it because you can't get a job because you're a child. So, whoa, look at you go there, young whippersnapper. All right, we have to get on this fun need ASAP. What is the most fun thing to do? Well, within my budget, we gotta get good bang for the buck. Let me get this. Oh, $500. That's kind of expensive. No, we'll have to go with the somewhat terrible TV for only $85. Okay, we will put that there, and, well, fortunately, I don't need to buy any more seating since you are completely alone. I will get you also, then, the terrible recliner for $70. Alright, already my life is getting just a little bit better. I have TV and potato chips. What more could a kid want? Alright, I have consumed the chips, and the time has arrived for television, and Yes, I am meeting my fun need. Mission accomplished. Hunger and fun I am able to have, as well as a little bit of comfort here, although this chair is quite uncomfortable, so my comfort stat is still dropping. All right, let me just speed up time, and it's getting a little bit later at night. I think you've had enough fun now, Macaulay. Okay, go back into the refrigerator and obtain, yes, that's right, more potato chips. Another $5. I mean, money doesn't grow on trees, but that's still pretty cheap. All right, now our energy is dropping. We will obtain for you the bed, the most simple of beds, because it's all that we can afford because we're quite poor and we have nothing. But maybe before bed we will let you satisfy your bladder because that is also dropping. With this toilet is a pretty good deal for 300 simoleons. Oh, and it looks like our protagonist is going outside to water the flowers. All right, this is labor that I have not yet accounted for, but okay, I guess that's acceptable. Hey, at the very least he's capable of taking care of something other than himself. That's nice to see. Responsibility being cultivated in the youth already at such a young age. Amazing. All right, my bladder is satisfied and the time has arrived for sleeping. All right, that was a pretty eventful day. I mean, it's 9 p.m. I didn't really have time for anything else, but I did meet most of my needs. I guess I still need to handle hygiene in the morning and social, but that was pretty good to start. All right, Macaulay Culkin, your life is, I mean, expensive and unsustainable, but at least you're not dead. You're still very much alive for now. We'll cross those other bridges when we come to them. 1 plus the square root of 5 divided by 2. This child will become a genius, mark my words. What other child dreams of math problems in his sleep? All right, rise and shine, early to bed, early to rise. It's 2:30 a.m., time for me to get up and at 'em. Wow, I wore my baseball cap in my sleep. I'm hungry once again. All right, let's try to obtain more chips. My word, this child consumes a lot of fried potatoes. Let's see if this actually does anything to his hunger. That really didn't do very much. We may need to improve our hunger satisfaction because in the amount of time it takes him to eat and then throw out the chips, he basically becomes hungry again. I might have to relocate the fridge or something. At its heart, The Sims 1 was a masochistic nightmare of torture. Every day when you go to sleep, all of your other needs just reset, and then you repeat the Sisyphean cycle once again. But who am I to question the cycle of daily torture that I personally must face? We all have one of our own, don't we? All right, already, I think I can say without a doubt that Macaulay is spending too much of his personal time on watering the plants. This is eating into the time for him making himself more comfortable. We have to change this. I unfortunately have to sell the tulips. Oh, unfortunately they're worth nothing. But too bad they were eating into all of my free time. No more plants either. They require too much maintenance. No, nothing but death and lifelessness outside. There we go. I think we can all agree that looks significantly better, objectively. All right, we continue to search through the refrigerator for chips. This is unacceptable. I think we need to improve the methodology, the culture of eating here. Every time you finish a bag of chips, you go out and throw it in the trash, and then you go immediately back to the fridge, and you continue the cycle of hunger. Look, it just keeps happening. Firstly, I think without a doubt we can say the refrigerator has to move closer to the garbage. That's much better. Okay, there we go. It's as close as it can possibly be now. Which, unfortunately, if the refrigerator is out there, we have to buy a burglar alarm in front of the house in a very clearly evident position so that no one can burgle the fridge. Fortunately, we don't have to buy fire alarms because there's no cooking occurring here, so that's amazing. Let's also buy burglar alarms to prevent the stealing of anything in my house. All right, amazing, good. I am unburglable. I have a little over $10,000 left. You know, we might be sent money for no reason because this is The Sims 1, so let's go ahead and put a telephone inside of our house as well, and just cross your fingers and hope that we strike it rich. All right, continuing to meet my other needs. I'll be back in a second. Oh, good. It looks like Macaulay has gone for the fridge once again. Will he improve in his hunger satiation? All right, that was slightly better. Oh, no, but it's already tomorrow, and I'm standing around in my pajamas, just grabbing more chips for $5 each in the middle of the road. But at least I'm doing a little bit better here. All right, that's something. My hygiene is looking really low. I think we need to maybe buy a shower. Otherwise, I will smell for the other children. All right, let me just put that inside, and amazing, the school bus has arrived. What are my grades again today? Still at a solid B+. All right, that's pretty good. My mood is decent as well, so hopefully they'll stay that way. Otherwise, I will be sent my doom. All right, 3 o'clock, and I have returned from hopefully a successful day at school. How was it? It looks like I'm still at a B+, which is pretty solid. Good. All right, let's try to repeat this cycle again. Oh no, I'm being begged by the local animals. Hang on a second, let me just go get a sign to keep them away. Get out of here, I'm merely a child. I can hardly even care for myself, let alone the wild animals of my neighborhood. Be gone. Can I just cancel my newspaper subscription? I have no use for these. Literally hiring a maid to throw away the paper they won't stop sending to me. All right, again with the chip thing, let's see how we're doing. We're already down to $9,300. This is not looking good. And now our protagonist is just standing out in the middle of the road. Okay, I guess I have to clean up the rest of the animal urine from the night before, when I was just allowing them to roam free all over the block. All right, Macaulay, it looks like he's about to go inside and relax once again. I'm happy for you, man. Okay, 6:04 p.m. That took me 3 hours to start relaxing. Let's see if I'm a little bit more, maybe, efficient today. Okay, a couple more meals of chips out on the front lawn, and it looks like it's time for bed. I'd like to think things are getting maybe a little bit better here. Good, it looks like I'm getting full of energy nice and early in the morning once again. Let's go ahead and watch some TV. My fun is looking a little bit low. I'm worried. Maybe I'm not having enough fun watching TV. I mean, it's getting close to 6. The bus is going to be here in a couple of hours. I've still got low hunger and bladder. Just give me a moment. The school bus is coming. Oh no, there's cockroaches inside too. I didn't account for that. I am filthy. There, fixed. All right, I'm a little bit hungry, but from a third day at school, I've got 1 green mood bar. Decent. Maybe today will go just a little bit better for our protagonist. All right, I'm home, and I am neutral in mood. Still maintaining that solid B+. All right, you know, I'd say actually my life is quite solid right now. It's getting slightly better day by day. It's kind of leveling off here now. I still have a decent amount of money to keep myself alive for now, but we are running out, right? Looks like he's home watching TV. He's got his fun meter up before 6 o'clock, and we're going in for dinner time at 6 o'clock, eating potato chips once again in front of the house on the sidewalk. Wow, I even had time to take a shower tonight. But honestly, my hunger is still looking pretty low every day. I'm still in a terrible mood. What if we ordered a pizza every day? It's just the more efficient eating method. Have the expertise of an Italian chef cook my food for me. All right, $40, but honestly, I'm already spending like $10 on potato chips each day anyway, so. Next, we need to buy some sort of countertop space on which to set the pizza. I will aim for the maximum countertop space and the cheapest table possibility with this large, horrible card table in the middle of the floor. It completely throws off the feng shui of the room, but its utility is unquestionable. Here comes the pizza man right now. All right, let me just greet the man. And fortunately, I am able to greet despite the fact that I am a child. And look at me, I'm handing this man $40. I have just transacted. All right, let's see. We are getting some pizza, and amazing slices are here from the taking of. All right, let's see if this is a little bit more efficient. Hopefully, I'm eating half the pie. I need another slice. All right, in the words of the needle drop, that's enough slices. Wow, this was clearly a much better way of living. Look at me go. I'm completely full. I haven't been this way, and oh my goodness, there's even more pie for the going around of. But I am completely spent from all of that Italian cuisine. Let's go to bed. Oh my goodness, I've just fainted in front of the bed. All right, get to bed, Macaulay. That's enough overachieving for one day. All right, the first few days, I got slightly better at taking care of myself, but I still wasn't good enough, so I required the help from a pizza man. It looks like we're almost there, but unfortunately, it is beginning to create trash, and that trash is beginning to pile up. I'm trying to find time to do more childlike activities, all in the hopes that I'll be able to somehow raise more money, because right now, I am living an unsustainable, consumer lifestyle. I have to somehow become better. It's taking me too long to do all of this. I have to either order a maid or find some way of beginning to generate capital or avoid going to school without being taken to military school. But honestly, I would say that we have accomplished the first of our goals. I can at least sort of take care of myself without, imploding. As it stands, I will continue to meet my needs, but I will gradually run out of money. That means I need to use money to find some new way of making money. We're going to start with the classic Sims 1 foolproof money-making method. It's the artist's easel, everyone. Wake up, it's time to produce labor. All right, you have 2 green mood bars, mister. Stop making excuses and roll those sleeves up. All right, it looks like Macaulay is trying to generate something of value. Let's see what he comes up with. He's unfortunately not gaining any skill in creativity. This is a sad fact of The Sims 1. Children do not have skills. They do not gain skills. And generally speaking, they are slow. All right, I was just about to say finish the painting, except that the school bus is going to arrive soon. Come on, let's see what you can get, Macaulay. And, all right, try to just procrastinate for a few more minutes. All right, now get on the bus. You're about to miss school. I hardly even had time to finish my painting. All right, off to school for another day. But honestly, my needs are only just sort of barely met. All right, another decent day at school. Still B+, fine, that's fine. But keep in mind, now my pizza has gone bad. I'm also getting bills to pay in the mail. Let's see how much those are. Finish up your painting, Macaulay. You need to generate some capital. At least you can make something, right? All right, sell, and how much? 40 simoleons. Okay, that will pay for today's pizza. Let's see if we can sustain this lifestyle. And bills as well. Let's get the mail. Oh no, there's no actions available. As a child, I am unable to pay bills. That means you got it right. We are going to be getting a visit from the repo man. All right, well, we just have to get rid of everything expensive that the repo man might want in that case. I really haven't been using the refrigerator very much. I've been opting to order pizzas every day, so no refrigerator for you, repo man. All right, that's one less thing that the government can take from me. We're at 6:26 p.m. Man, I'm already running out of energy. All right, get a little bit of sleep in, but you're gonna have to wake up in the middle of the night to order a pizza and create a painting. I know life is hard, Macaulay, but you have no one and nothing. Stop complaining and work harder. Oh, he keeps refusing to paint. This is terrible. My house is a mess, too. There's just crap lying around everywhere. Come on, Macaulay. All right, I'm sick of this. Unfortunately, though, I am unable to call a maid to assist me because I am a child, so I'm just living in my own sty of discomfort. This is terrible. I'm going to get my furniture repossessed. I'm unable to receive assistance with fancy living. I mean, I still can order a pizza, so maybe I will continue to do that at 3:38 a.m. All right, thank you. I accept this pie. Goodbye. Let me just eat lots of slices at 5 a.m. in the morning. Here we go. You gotta keep up your strength, Macaulay. He didn't even get an opportunity to create a new painting, though, today. Alas, I simply don't have the energy to sustain at creating paintings every day. That means I have less than $40 worth of pizza output per day, so this is still, once again, unsustainable. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this. All right, I have an idea. I'm going to play hooky today and stay at home and eat pizza and gain strength. School bus? I think not. Sleep? I think yes. Oh, damn! Oh, that was really bad. I went down to a C+ from one day of just not showing up. All right, it's still solid, but I mean, I probably won't be able to make that up tomorrow. Oh, my social need is really dropping too. Hang on a moment. Oh no, Macaulay doesn't know anyone. I actually know 0 of my neighbors. Are there any wild animals I can socialize with? It appears as though I've kicked them all off of my property as well. That is too bad. I could throw a party. All right, let me see if I can meet someone at the party at my house with the dirty pizza. Oh, it looks like all kinds of strangers are showing up to my home. This is so odd. It's nice to know there are so many helpful adults in my neighborhood. What the heck is this? All right, at least this is taking some of my social need away. Oh, thank God for that. Macaulay, you were just completely isolated before. This is really bad. My needs are still low. I can't even meet them from throwing a party and talking to a bunch of strangers on my lawn. Oh, it looks like the mime has showed up to my property as well. Maybe he will treat me better than I've been getting treated. Nope, it looks like he's just scaring people on the front lawn. I'm in a bad mood again, but at least that took out some of my social need. Now there's just all these strangers I have to kick out of my house. It's getting late into the night, and I have to go to bed to just try to meet some more strangers. Please adopt me, I have no one. Oh no, he's just talking about UFOs instead. Well, at least they're placating him. He's talking about some sort of giant alien tentacle monster. I guess that's an acceptable topic. This is entertaining to me. He's getting along with everyone. Thank goodness I made Macaulay such a nice kid. Alright, another terrible day, except the night is over again. I need some way of getting my grades up, otherwise I'm gonna fail out. I need a very inexpensive bookshelf I'm not afraid of having get repossessed. Let's put it right there. Alright, try studying for school, Macaulay. No, he doesn't want to. I'm too depressed to study. Do better. I suppose that's acceptable. Then maybe after you've rested a bit, you'll be able to engage in a little bit of masochistic studying. Oh, it's horrible. The toilet is broken down. Literally unfixable. I need a new one. Alright, I'm almost ready for another day of school, but it's only just barely when I'm finally getting my needs met. I just don't have enough energy to do slightly better at school. I'm in this endless loop of either losing money or grade point average. Imagine a child who returns home at the end of the day, not to loving parents, but to simply take care of himself. Oliver Twist style. Alright, well, I guess I'd rather not have you just fail out. Is your mood at least... Okay, one... green bar. Well, it's gone down to neutral now. Just don't fail out of school, Macaulay. This is getting kind of ugly. I don't think that this lifestyle is sustainable. We need to make some changes, otherwise I may expire here. Alright, another day of school. Oh no, my grade point average is still going down. I didn't even do anything wrong. I'm just a neutral kid. I've done nothing. I've gone down to a C. I need to change something now. There's cockroaches crawling around inside. There's bills piling up I can't pay. The government is on the way. This is getting really heavy for a story about one kid. Oh, this is almost like Adam Sandler's hit film Big Daddy. If only Adam Sandler were around at a time like this to boost my mood, but alas. We need to come up with some sort of new, ingenious plan, otherwise we will be either taken away to boarding school or... well, yeah, probably that. That wouldn't be good, because then the challenge would end. I need to change something. Dude, this isn't good. I'm failing. I'm gonna start running out of money, and then the government is gonna kick me out of my own home. What am I supposed to do? Alright, I think we need a better way of getting grades done faster. This desperate times call for desperate measures. I'm buying, that's right, a telescope. It's very expensive. It's 2,100 simoleons, in fact. However, since Macaulay Culkin refuses to study for school by reading books and is too depressed, maybe looking into the stars will change our fortune. Here, simply by completing some stargazing in the middle of the day, maybe I will become smarter. Alright, I'm ordering another pizza. Alright, I'm waking up at midnight to eat pizza and do some stargazing. Come on, eat faster, Macaulay. You've got a lot of missed ground to make up for. The pizza, the flies are starting to infest it. But that's okay, you met most of your hunger need for only $40. Just go to the bathroom and then go outside. Okay, good. This is starting to meet more of his fun need, and if my calculations are correct, this should increase my grade point average somehow. Alright, this is definitely meeting my fun need, but I'm not sure it's actually getting me smarter yet. I think I need to do it more extensively. Oh god, I'm being abducted? Yep, I'm being abducted. Where does this lead now? Hopefully somewhere nice. This has not yet happened to me. Oh, I hope I make it back in time for school. Right, school bus will arrive in an hour. I can't make it right now. I'm being abducted by aliens. Oh, this is terrible. I missed yet another day at school because I've been abducted by extraterrestrials. My poor grades are putting me in the express line for military school. I'm in outer space right now. If your grades do not improve quickly, you may be saluting your superiors in very short order. I can't. I'm being kidnapped by aliens. I'm at a D average. Alright, it looks like the aliens have dropped me back off. Oh, that's so unfortunate. This was supposed to increase my grade point average, not, well, do what it just did. Man, they didn't even feed me while I was in outer space. That's unfortunate and depressing. Alright, well, I should be able to sustain at the very least a D average, and then maybe something nice will happen to me. Alright, let me just go to sleep for a very prolonged period. Maybe now I can get some studying done. Alright, Macaulay, wake up. It's time for you to study for school somehow. Alright, just sit down in your terrible recliner. Get that book open, mister. Well, my plan has horribly backfired. Rather than improving my grade point average, my contact with the aliens has unfortunately worsened my performance in school. All right, but it looks like I'm getting in some good studying now. Maybe this will help. Oh, I see that D has gotten upgraded to a D+. Amazing. Good job, Macaulay. All right, I've got to phone in another pizza. All right, give me that pie. It's 11 o'clock and I've got a lot of studying to do tonight, sir. Yeah, that's all right. Just put it on the ground, Macaulay. You know what? I don't know why I was becoming so decadent. Who even needs a table? After all, it's just another site for messes. Look, we can just do this much more efficiently out on the front lawn. All right, keep eating. Don't stop till you get enough. All right, let's get back to studying. Oh, good. I'm getting back up to a C-. All right, I'm passing again. All right, I'm a good boy once again. I'm going back to school. No one will believe me after all about my abduction, so why bother worrying about it? Man, you know, being trapped here alone without the ability to call in a maid and use the telescope really stinks. I'm going to have to think of some alternative means of taking care of myself and getting smarter while earning money. Man, this is really hard, taking care of myself, sustaining my grades. Oh my goodness, I went back down to a D+ average. This is terrible. Why? All right, desperate times call for desperate measures. If I can't pay my bills, oh, what am I gonna do, man? I'm not gonna have time to clean up all of these messages. This calls for utilizing occult demons in order to maintain my lifestyle and maybe survive. I'm going to buy the Bag of Bones skeleton closet, 3,999 simoleons. All right, this is the skeleton butler. I'm going to put it right outside here and watch as I summon occult demons that will help me take care of my property because this is clearly not working. Come on, Macaulay, get Bonehilda out of there, and it looks like she is coming out to maybe do some of the chores. Good, she is plunging the toilet and cleaning it, and it looks like she's going over to make my bed next. Amazing. Good, she's cleaning the shower. Everything's getting done. All right, time for me to invite more strangers over my house. Oh good, this is meeting my social need. Actually, I can just phone friends. I don't have to actually call the entire neighborhood over here anymore. Let me just keep up with all of my many connections in town. Oh, awesome. My social bar is filling right up. Oh, it looks like Bonehilda is starting to get rid of the cockroach infestation as well. Amazing. All right, the lawn looks like not so terrible anymore, and it looks like Bonehilda did her job. Amazing. Finally, I can meet more of my needs, and I'll have time to study to get myself back up from this D+ average. I'm in danger of military school still. All right, off to another day of school. I've got one green mood bar. Wish me luck, and I'm still at a D+. Yeah. All right, I'm getting a little bit more help now. The cavalry is here. It's coming. All right, I am meeting my basic needs consistently, even after a few days or a week or so of time. Pretty good. Bonehilda is helping around the house. And for the most part, we have avoided the horrors of government repo agents trying to take my things, even though that I can't pay the bills, but that's because I'm a child and I'm incapable of reading. Mostly good. We're still running out of money, though. I'm at 4,500 and dropping. So this is not sustainable. I've tried a numerary of ways to improve my existence, but all of them have failed. The telescope failed. I unfortunately also cannot create gnomes. Look, even Macaulay doesn't like the gnome table because I am too small. I am incapable of creating gnomes, of course, so we will just sell that back. I can't do it. So the only thing I can really do is study and paint. And I'm pretty sure we got lucky with that painting at the beginning, too. What was I making? $40 for that first painting? Well, let's see. We're gonna have to take an average of how much he's making per painting on the black market. All right, let's get that painting done with before nightfall, Macaulay. And whoops, well, I guess it's time for bed. See, look, he can't even paint fast enough. He's not very good. Look, I don't mean to be so negative, except that I just want to be realistic, and it would be a shame if our protagonists were taken away to military school. I have to be careful here. Finish your painting, Macaulay, otherwise you will starve. All right, he doesn't want to finish. He's too hungry. All right, sir. Oh, God, he's just getting more and more bills out of the box. Oh, damn it. I went back down to a D. I don't even know why. I'm just too stupid, I guess. I didn't go to the bathroom before I got to school, and therefore I am a failure. Oh, man, none of my neighbors even want to talk to me. They just keep telling me that they hate me. Blah, blah, blah. You just go on it. Mr. Rude? All right. Well, I keep ruining all my relationships. No one wants to speak with me. Oh, this is terrible. I'm unwanted as a child. Oh, this is terrible. I'm beginning to question if it's possible for me to survive. Oh no, I'm being burgled by a burglar. Oh, never mind. I guess he just left. Oh well. I was hoping I could get some money out of that somehow. Oh, finally, I've finished the painting. Okay, $40. Not too bad. Come on, Macaulay. Misery makes for great art. Paint something and don't forget to be sad. Turn that smile upside down. I don't want to see you happy at all. Another day at school. It never lets up. There's not even a weekend. It's The Sims 1, of course. There's no days off. I can't even drop out of my job. School is like just eternal prison in The Sims 1. There's nothing harder. And see, if I were an adult, I could just like quit my job and become unemployed. Unfortunately, as a child, I'm actually forced to stay in school. Otherwise, I will just be banished forever. All right, let's see how I do in school with 1 negative mood and a D. Will I go down and... Oh no, it's a D minus. This is terrible. Oh, this is really bad, man. Oh no, I won't even have time to paint tonight. This is going to be very unsustainable. I need to have a party and just meet as many of my needs as possible because I'm going to need to study some books. I'm just barely hanging on. Please, someone talk to me for God's sake. All right, this terrible person picked up the phone and we talked about a lot of animals. I've got one more shot at this or tomorrow I might get sent off to boarding school. I can't get an F. All right, time for a pizza on the front lawn and I'm investing in my own good grades. Oh, this is terrible. It's already morning and I can hardly even meet my own needs. I might just fail out. The pizza has gone bad. Everything is awful. All right, hunger, bladder. There's so much to cover. Please, for God's sake, just do something. Oh no, I'm going to school in a neutral mood again. Let's hope that he maintains that D- average. Come on, Macaulay, you can't fail. Oh no, I'm at an F. Oh, how could this happen? I was totally neutral and I was just a regular person. If I stay one more day like this, I go to military school. We've got to get those grades up right now. I'm ordering a pizza. All right, I've got the pizza in hand. I'm ready to eat. Come on, Macaulay, just get a slice before they take you away to the military. Serve it on the floor. Eat it and be quiet. All right, I have 1 green mood bar. You gotta study, man. All right, we've got to get his GPA up. If he stays in it, no. Oh God, he's refusing to study. He can't even do the most simple of tasks. You have to call someone and get cheered up. Come on, man, come on. All right, I'm back up to 1 green mood bar. Focus, study for school. All right, he's doing it. Oh, amazing. It looks like I'm back up to a D minus. Solid. This is terrible. My life sucks. Every day I waste $40. I ruin an entire perfectly good pizza. I fail to pay my own bills. I'm a child with nothing. If I'm lucky, I can make $40 a day by selling paintings, but usually not. And the government is out to take me away. You know, I'm not actually sure it's possible to survive this. I think I was born in too much poverty, and you should feel sorry for me. I'm an orphan boy, but I simply can't get my grades up. I mean, if I had more money, maybe I would have more time to be happy and get my grades up, but I'm only just barely hanging on. Either I keep my grades or I lose money. It's one or the other. And you've got to choose the grades, otherwise you're just going to get taken away, so you just gradually are running out of money, and, well, I'm not sure what else to do here. Hang on a second. Yeah, I can't even garden because I can't get a trolley ticket somewhere else, so I can't go out into the world and buy seeds either. I mean, look, to be fair, I could rely on the genie exploit, but we all know how that one ends, right? No, I won't rely on genies. Magic is not the answer. My life is simply too hard. It's really hard being me. Woe is me. My life is terrible, and I feel sorry for myself. I have delinquent loans. I can't even get on the school bus. This is a Sisyphean nightmare, and it demonstrates that the American dream
is dead.
All right, I'm pretty sure I'm going to fail out for good today, but you know what? Get on that bus, Macaulay. I mean, you've got nothing else to do. They're about to repo your furniture. You're going to be broke, and then you're going to military school anyway, so let the government take you. Yeah, F once again. What a terrible life I have. I'm just a poor boy. I need no sympathy. As Freddie Mercury once said, this is just horrible. It's awful. My needs are dropping. It's night. There's bills piling up. Everything is a mess. And tomorrow, I'm going to be sent off to military school. You know, I guess we've sort of answered the question, can you survive alone as a child in The Sims 1? The answer is yes, but not for very long, so the real answer is unfortunately no. Right now, Macaulay is failing, and after he's sent off to school today, goodbye, my lad. Have a terrible day. I wish it were better for you, but having to go to school on Saturday and Sunday is potentially an unmanageable life. What a sad life. But it begs the question, what if we'd had more money? Macaulay is failing, and maybe he deserves what fate brought for him. But what about a child who has unfair material advantages? That's right, we're going back out to the neighborhood. It's time to evict Macaulay Culkin from his stupid house and his terrible life. And behold, I have created exactly the same person, except he is living a life mired in wealth, as you can tell by his fancy clothes. It's Home Alone all over again. Forever. Again. Perfect. I am perfect. Oh, we're just going to throw the original Macaulay Culkin family into the trash. All right, we are moving into exactly the same house as before, except this time we have spawned in with over 1 million simoleons. We will never have want for funds. That is to say, I am very, very wealthy. I am mired in wealth. So let's go ahead and buy all of the best possible furniture. The best refrigerator. The best trash compactor. A chandelier for the ceiling to make it extra fancy. A toilet made of solid gold. A hot tub in my living room. The very best shower. For some reason, it's the best shower, don't question it. A marble sink with a classical Greek relief face on it. Another hot tub right outside on the front lawn. This extremely nice sculpture wall thing. Statues from antiquity for my front lawn. A rug on the lawn. This expensive set of plants. This incredible fountain in my backyard. And another one just to add it to the collection. This miniature thing in my bedroom. Another chandelier. Some gothic candles just for around the house. We'll put those in the bathroom to set the mood right, and in the living room, this street lamp, which clearly breaks all of the conventions of the HOA. These other expensive... Look, I'm gonna buy all of the most expensive stuff so that I can be as happy as possible at every second. Let's see, we've got the bowl thing. I'm running out of space, man. TV, I gotta put that in the backyard because there's no room. Speakers, antique phone, robot butler, satellite to contact the aliens. And okay, I think I have bought the best possible version of just about every single thing in the game. My life is terrible. Look at the front of my house. This is awful. Who would ever build this? Well, Macaulay Culkin II is who would build it. What is my grade in school, more importantly? B. All right, and I still have 832,000 simoleons left over. I've got to be happy about something. Let's see. School bus will arrive in an hour. For God's sake, why do I still have to go to school? Oops, I forgot about Bonehilda. Give me 1 second. Oh, and this $20,000 fish tank. Although, actually, the fish tank is quite terrible as an item. Whatever, I'm putting it in there anyway. Alright, I am completely without limits now. Look, I'm like Richie Rich. My life is just paradise. I'm happy with everything. Material wealth can buy you happiness. Or can it? Well, I don't know. Let's see. Alright, let's just give him a couple of hours to be happy with everything. He's viewing it all. Get to school, sir. The point of this exercise isn't for you to admire your own possessions. It's for you to get an A and be able to sustain it. Oh, but how could I forget? You still gotta be able to make money somehow. Alright, you know, as nice as this kid's life is, you're still gonna have to do something to produce income. You will work at the easel for, I don't know, a couple of hours a day. I'm just genuinely wondering, with this much material comfort around him, will he be able to somehow keep his money the same while not failing out of school? Alright, B+, but honestly, Macaulay Culkin I was able to do that. Let's see if he also goes into a mood spiral. Come on, Macaulay. Go ahead, do some painting. Let's see. You know, honestly, you probably are dealing with some ennui right here. Like, your life is perfect in every way. I don't see why you would even paint anything. You're probably just better off sitting on your cashmere couch as you watch on your flat screen TV on the wall. You know, back in the day when The Sims came out, these actually used to be very fancy TVs, but nowadays this just isn't the same. Alright, you have just about completed your terrible painting. And let's see, what do you sell it for? 71 simoleons! I stand corrected! Oh, this must be why all those rich kids go to art school. Alright, well, let's continue painting. I am beginning to understand now. In the nothingness of the ennui that manifests your perfect life, Macaulay Culkin II, you have found a new muse in postmodern dramas of loneliness that occur only within the bounds of your own brain. Well, I respect that, honestly. I mean, you should be able to eat enough potato chips off of that today. Give me a minute. Look at me go. I've produced a second painting. It's also worth 71. Who says that misery makes for great art? Maybe happiness makes for awesome art. All right, let's see. He needs some food. Let's get some chips. Oh, look, these chips are so much more full of flavor flavor and class than my old chips in my terrible impoverished life. Look, enjoying them under the light of my new chandelier makes me so much more satiated, and I feel way better. All right, this is good. My life is improving a lot. I stand corrected. Money can buy happiness, as it turns out. All right, let's go to bed in my amazing luxury mattress. It's incredible here. Oh, look, my comfort is rising so much faster. I had hardly any time to really recover from all that painting today, and yet my rich, expensive furniture has made me so much happier. Look, there's a Ferris wheel in my bedroom in case if I get bored. You know, I didn't think that this would actually work. Look at me go. It's only 5 a.m. and I'm already ready for tomorrow. I didn't have to call a pizza guy. I didn't have to invite all the neighborhood people. This is looking a lot better for our new protagonist. I stand corrected. I thought we could pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. Nope. As it turns out, if you weren't born with the advantages, you'll just never get them. You're permanently behind. Well, you got to take advantage of those advantages. Otherwise, you're wasting them, and that's ungrateful. Here we go. I can't believe what a good mood I'm in before school. Let me just get my robot butler to do the chores during the day while I'm gone doing my homework. Right? Amazing. I'm going to school. Oh, my life is amazing. I've dreamed of this day. Let's see what happens with our grade point average since I'm still in just such a good mood. A-. Oh my goodness. Even without doing any studying, because I was just such a happy kid, they decided, well, he must deserve better grades because he's so completely content with his consumerist, materialist lifestyle. All right, well, I respect that. This is incredible. My life is amazing. Man, you know, in comparison, my life sucked a lot as poor version of myself. I'm so happy now that I have all the material advantages. Let's see if I can keep up my overinflated grade point average for a number of days, though. Let me just get more exquisite potato chips. Let me get more exquisite fried spud out of my fridge. Oh, my life is so good. It's amazing. Use my golden toilet. And amazing, another day passes. And all right, I'm pretty good at keeping up with my hunger. Wow, easy. Man, it's time for bed, and already my comfort is just so high. It's just energy. I can't believe what a good mood I'm in. All right, it's not even time for school, and yet I still have time to begin painting my masterpiece. School bus will arrive in an hour. All right, I made my way off for my day, and would you look at that? I'm at an A average without even studying at all. Just as I suspected, I'm a genius without even trying. No one acknowledged my struggles before because I was too poor and inconspicuous, but now that I'm wealthy and conspicuous, everyone is beginning to notice how incredible and amazing I am. Let me just finish off my masterpiece painting. All right, and I'm selling it for 71 simoleons. Look, even my art is better. My mood just increases at such a fast rate. It's unfathomable. Oh my goodness. A burglar has been apprehended on my property. We need to take these objects as evidence you have been reimbursed by your insurance company for $19,999 and receive a $1,000 bonus for the capture. I didn't even know there was a man robbing me. Thank goodness for all of those burglar alarms I made that investment in. I can't honestly tell what he took. Maybe something expensive. Well, it looks like that when you're already rich, they pay you to get even richer for doing nothing. Yep, that actually does check out in real life. Oh, this is awesome. Off to another productive day at school where everyone likes me and I get good grades. All right, and I'm back. A+, I got $100 from Grandpa for good... I have a grandfather? All for getting good grades? Look, I can get paid to be a student. This is incredible. Macaulay, why are you taking it? Don't even take out the trash, sir. Just turn on your robot butler, of course. All right, now they're bringing me the bills. But I mean, that's okay, because I have so much money, I'll forever just always be able to replace anything that was taken away by the government, because I have infinite money and I'm given more by my grandparents for being such a good boy. I can't believe how nice and amazing I am. Wow, this is the most... maybe depressing conclusion from a video I've ever actually drawn. This is like the opposite of all those good old AA videos where pulling oneself up by the bootstraps was more or less the moral of the story. It looks like in this alternate reality, just being born with all the advantages is the secret of life, folks. And if you don't have them, then you have to masochistically pull yourself up by, I don't know, like cheating the system or something? Yeah, this is actually turning out to be very depressing, and it's conclusions. That is too bad. I mean, look at my house. I have literal studio lights, this chandelier, incredible fridge and trash compactor, and robot and skeleton butlers at my disposal. Life is just getting too good, man. I don't know what else to say. I mean, you know, maybe there is some truth to that. Like, you know, the rich lifestyles of the rich and famous, that is to say, are full of many advantages the rest of us don't have. Robot butler, golden toilet, jacuzzi hot tub in your living room, outdoor TV. Do you know how expensive an outdoor do you even know there was such a thing as an outdoor TV? I recently learned this. It's incredible. I'm getting one to pamper my lifestyle. I have a fountain of a fairy person in my backyard. I have statues to demonstrate my wealth and power in my front yard. You should despair when you pass my property, that you will never possess such outward trappings of success as I. I didn't even do anything to deserve this. I just spawned in this way. Is there even anywhere to go from already A+? I think not. I don't actually go to boarding school. That only came up in later Sims games, but I was wondering about that. Like, if your sim just gets taken away, that can happen in future Sims games, but no, not in this one. You just stay an A+ student. Do I actually get more money from my grandpa? Sell another painting? How much money am I gonna make off of this one? $71. Alright, that's actually quite consistent. That's nice to see. A reliable source of income from labor. I still do have to do something like that. Let's see, what about my social need? I am going to throw a party here, right? It looks like lots of fancy people in tuxedos are coming to my front door. All right, look at me go. I'm making friends left and right. All right, man, my life is so good. I'm sleeping on the floor at the end of my own house party. Honestly, maybe a little too good. You know, I would actually say maybe we've answered all of our questions since we began. Could we survive as a child in The Sims 1? The answer was yes, but only as a short period of time as a poor kid. The rich kid out-survived him. When it comes to money, we were unable to sustainably earn the dough as a poor kid, but as a rich kid, honestly, it was a lot easier. And if we were poor, furthermore, we got taken away to the military. First, we got all of our furniture repossessed, and then the government actually repossessed us. And honestly, I feel as a rich kid, I'm doing much better in that regard. Did we even improve our lives as a poor kid? No, it just kept getting worse. But as a rich kid, we stayed rich. Just ignore me running out of money. The purpose of this challenge in part 2 was to effectively have infinite money, so you could just keep buying your way out of your problems. And honestly, we all also had better grades for being already in a good mood and being a spoiled brat. This wasn't the conclusion I was looking for. I wanted to say something more hopeful at the beginning of the video, but, well, maybe if there's a lesson to be learned here, maybe it's that cultivating childlike wonder wherein all of our problems can be solved for a simple dollar value is the deeper meaning. But who am I to say? This was just a goofy experiment, and honestly, I found the later Sims games to be a lot more interesting in regard to stuff you can do with a kid. I just thought it would be interesting to try it out in The Sims 1 because it's very flat in that regard, because I won't actually ever even grow up. But I mean, here I am, I have an amazing life, and I have also eternal youth, and I will never grow up. I hope it gets better for you and me. Anyway, as always, I'm Ambiguous Amphibian. This has been The Sims 1 One Child Challenge. I believe I did a good job. You can compliment me in the comments section, and I think that's about all I've got to say for now. I hope this video helped you find more of something you enjoy, and as always, until next time.